Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to Grow Big TV. Today is something special. It's not exactly a grow guide, it's not anything of those sorts, but it's me and my husband. We are going to go over everything that we're going to grow in the garden this year.
Oh.
And sorry, we got a newbie over here. But yeah, so we're going to just go over everything in the garden that we're going to plant this year. And I got more seeds coming from Joe, actually.
More seeds?
Yeah. Stuff I picked out and he was willing to give and everything else. So it's been pretty crazy seed wise. We were just going over them the other night and we were like, we could not believe all the seeds that we had. It was insane. So I thought I'd go over that and talk to you guys and all that good stuff. But first and foremost, I'm going to say hi to everybody in the side chat. So thanks for coming in. Uncle Al, even though he's not well, he's still here. So thank you so much. Green Stalker, thank you so much. Marshmallow Man. Denise, Lee, thank you. Rick, thanks for being here. Tammy.
Hey.
Tammy Peach, not Tammy.
Oh, no,
yeah,
Tammy.
I would call her Rebel. Milk and Honey. Let's see who else. I thought oh, maybe not. Okay, cool. Thought there was more, but I guess not. We're good. So thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. And this actually helps Grow Big TV get some more hours as well. So, hey, Susan, thanks for coming in. I haven't been live on Wide Family Farm, but I'm going to start going live. I have some things going on over there. One thing is I'm going to do a seed swap. So we'll be doing that again this year. And yeah, so I'm going to get into growing over there as well. Just got stuff going on. Ooh. You found your peppers.
Yeah. Those look similar, but I'm going to try maybe a couple of each.
Yeah. I've never heard of pretty and sweet. But yeah, so I don't know. We kind of okay, so I think Mary's heirloom seeds, when we did a live with her the other day, it kind of helped me understand exactly how I want to grow things and where I want to grow them. So hello, Palm 146, Home and Garden. Thank you for coming in.
Psalm.
It's Psalm, not Palm. I'm sorry. I'm kind of an airhead.
Kind of.
So thank you for coming in. Appreciate ya. If you can, share us out on media platforms, phones, whatever you'd use. Share us out and let people know. Watch us, please, because we need hours for Grow Big TV. We are actually almost there. I think Joe did a live on Sunday, and then we are almost at like 8. We have 800 hours left or something like that. And so we're hoping to get that in the next couple of weeks. And then we will be monetized. So thank you guys for watching. Seriously, some of our like
your videos,
yeah. Wow.
Live streams.
Some of our live streams and our videos and stuff have reached, and like for us, an astronomical amount. Like I think Mary's reached already 1,000, and we just did that last week. So it's awesome. We've hit some good amounts of people viewing, and that's pretty awesome for us. So yeah, a lot of people don't know this, Happy Mac. But when I pop in under Grow Big TV, and everybody thinks it's me.
Everybody thinks it's Joe.
They say, hi, Joe, but I don't correct them typically. I just go, hi, back. I don't really say who it is. But lots of times, like this morning, I was in Gardner Scott's, and everybody's like, hi, Joe. And it was actually me. And then Joe popped in under Grow Big TV as well. And then everybody said hi, Joe, again to him. And we were both under the same name. So we do that quite a bit because we're goofy like that. Yeah, Green Stalker's like, then I realized. Yeah. Yeah. We're goofy.
You guys like growing peppers in your garden? How many of you guys grow a lot of peppers? Because I grow a lot of peppers. Not as many. I'm not going to do as many this year. Hoping to be able to just have a little bit more space and be able to take better care of my plants, my pepper plants. Last year there was probably
Hey, GGB.
30 to 40 pepper plants, super hots and such.
Yeah. Last year, my husband went crazy on the super hots. There were so many, though. It wasn't as crazy as the year before. The year before he went super crazy, and I swear there was 400 for.
No, not many. But
there
I had
was
like
quite a bit.
I had a bunch in the ground. Plus, I had around 100 buckets.
He had started a bunch in the basement, and
oh
it
yeah,
was
there
insane.
was. I think originally I had over 300 plants in the basement. Just hot peppers.
You'd go down there and was like, oh, yeah, we're growing stuff. It was like, there's extra tables of stuff. It was insane. It really was. We can't start anything just yet. I think our first crop will be peas. We can't grow anything until after May.
Well,
a little bit after May.
I start my super hots early, but I usually start them way too early. So I'm gonna try to wait a little bit. Maybe another 3 weeks or so before I start them.
What I meant is we can start them in the basement. I just can't plant anything outside. But our first crop outside will be peas. So yeah.
I'll show you some of the varieties that we're going. Not all super hots, just some other peppers. We got the new mix.
Well, you want me to take?
No, that's
does that help?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can put it back. New mix Joe Parker's at my gardener seed there. Never grown these before. I'm curious to try them. They look like a good stuffing pepper.
I just really like peppers, and he's really good at growing the hot ones, but in the past, like I've never been really good at growing the really big sweet ones that I like.
Yeah, we go through a lot of peppers, like a lot of green peppers. So for us, feasibly, we would have to plant the whole garden, literally with bell peppers. So there's a pick your own farm like a mile away from our house. So we just go down there and we pick like 3 or 4 big black trash bags full.
Yeah.
So
we do is we get the trash bags full, and then we bring them back to the house. And what we do then is clean them and cut them. And I have like a device that cuts and dices them really good. And we do that, and we put them in gallon size freezer bags and freeze them. And then I have peppers all year long to fry in eggs, stir fries, whatever. So it works out.
Yeah, I like pickled peppers too, Al. So maybe I'll give that a go. Hey, CR.
Hey, CR.
And the next one, I've had these seeds a little while, but they look. We like the lunchbox peppers. These are called Pretty and Sweet. So we're gonna give these a try. They look like they'd be something Court will like with some cream cheese and everything bagel mix.
Yeah. Yeah, we did quite a few. And I'm just going to call you Home and Garden so I don't mess up that word every time. Yeah, Home and Garden. We did a huge amount the year before, and it was nuts trying to keep them because we did it inside. So it was nuts.
The hardest part of it for me was it's like some of the different varieties would need watered and then others wouldn't. And it was really a pain to do that because I'd try to put them together, so that you're watering the ones that need water. It was a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Because some were getting overwatered, some were getting underwatered. It was a real pain. Yeah, I might try a few onions this year. That's another thing that's always kicked our butt. Like we can grow a good garden, but we got carrots down pat. We grow some good carrots, but onions and what else was it? There was something else.
Onions and
brassicas, cabbage, brassicas.
Maine brassica. I love brassicas. I don't know why I can't grow them.
Hey, Glenn. Glenn, you are a tomato growing fool, man. I've seen those harvests you've had, man. That's awesome. That's a lot of tomatoes.
We actually, speaking of pickles, last year I had a ton of cucumbers and we pickled a lot of them. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a warhead before this and
Like a sour warhead.
I'm very sour. So I apologize. One moment.
Oh, you can't get chives to germinate? Wow.
What was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, onions.
Oh, yeah.
Was I talking about onions?
Sure.
I can't remember.
But
I started coughing.
Yeah, even if you like end up like if you buy some chives like from the store, like that someone has started in a pot, you plant those things, they're going to come back regardless. They're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, you'll have to kind of control them.
What else? Sorry, guys. I started coughing. I forgot what I was talking about. Hey, Chipper.
The next one is Courtney's favorite, the lunchbox peppers. I don't know why, but we've always went with the orange. But
I was talking about pickles, cucumbers.
Pickles, yeah.
Okay, so we grow a bunch of cucumbers and we pickled them. And I have this recipe from my great grandmother. It's not like it was, I guess, I don't know. It's not really a huge old recipe, but it was from her recipe box and we've been using it. And then we put them in the fridge. Well, I just opened my second to last. I found another one in there. It's my second to last pickles. And I'm kind of like really sad about it because like I know we're gonna eat all those pickles and we're only gonna have one jar left, but it did last us about 6 months. So
yeah.
Hey, Eric Wildman, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we do have another jar too. There's a jar that we put. The recipe doesn't mention putting them in the refrigerator, but we just always have. We have another jar that I left on the shelf in the cupboard, and we're going to do a comparison if there's a difference between the ones that were left in the refrigerator and the ones that were in just sitting on the shelf. So we're going to see if it made a difference. If it didn't, then I'm not going to waste the refrigerator space next time.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
But they're very delicious and they require a lot of onions and garlic in them, with a dash or two of dill. And it's just like your perfect pickle. And we bought a slicer, a mandolin slicer just for this. And then it kind of did a crinkle cut on every cucumber.
Which is awesome.
And it made them look even more like store-bought pickles. It was delicious. Yeah. They're still delicious. So next year I cannot wait to plant all those cucumbers. So.
All right, the next one I'm going to grow is pumpkin spice jalapeno.
I don't even know if Baker Creek still has that in their collection. I'm not sure. Some of these seeds we've had for a while. We can't plant everything. Every year I go into this thinking I can plant everything and then I run out of space. So we've had that one for a while, but I'm excited to plant some hot things because I would like a little more freaking pizzazz in my tacos. That's what I want. Hey, Wickershire. Yeah. I didn't say you're delicious. I said it was delicious. I was talking about pickles. Goofball.
The difference in the taste of the pickles, we haven't done it yet. We're going to do a comparison video to see if they are different. We'll do a video on that.
Does that make you happy?
What?
Wickershire said, rub his beard for me.
Making me nervous, Billy.
You're making me nervous.
Making me nervous.
But yeah, I want to spice up. Well, I don't like things extremely hot. Although ghost pepper has a really good flavor. I like the way it tastes. Unfortunately, it's so extremely hot. It's ridiculous. I don't like things that are really so hot. It's, but I love the taste of cayenne. I think that, I don't know. There's something about that tastes so well, so good. And I do like some jalapeno, but I don't like it so hot it burns my mouth and it's unenjoyable then. So
All right, this is getting into the super hots that I'm going to grow. These are, oh, let me see if I can get it to focus. Gator Jigsaw. Let's see. Those are kind of gnarly looking peppers.
yeah,
pepper oil, yeah, you could do that.
Smoked ghost pepper is even tastier. That's interesting. It'd be like kind of a chipotle ghost pepper then if it's smoked. It's interesting. Happy Mac wants to know, do you cut the blossom end of your cucumbers before pickling? Honestly,
well, we don't.
Do we? I can't remember.
We don't put those in there because we don't put the ends in because we just we always slice them into chips.
I'm never gonna eat that end piece. I don't care.
No,
I am a weirdo, and if it's odd looking, I don't eat it.
Well, then it's not. I get mad when I go to a restaurant and get a sandwich and I look at and that piece is in there. I'm like, those jackasses. I get mad. I'm like, I'm going to take this back to the kitchen and make them eat it.
Yeah, you get the weird stem thing.
It's like, don't give me the stem end of the dang. You get the stem end or the blossom end. You know, it's a little bit different. But yeah, we usually just we'll take the end off and then the rest of it, we just chip it.
Yeah. Can you make your own paprika for the kitchen? Yes, and I have.
I actually have some in a jar.
We had paprika peppers one year, and we had it a whole jar. Do we still have the whole jar?
There's just a little bit. It's not.
Yeah. Hey, Connie Davidson, thank you for coming in. And who else popped in? Don't you know? Thank you for being here. And oh, it's Howie. Thank you.
Yeah, Howie. Earthling. Is my next super hot. See if I can.
Now, super hots are really good. Okay, they're good for an apocalyptical situation. You can totally use this as
make your own pepper spray.
Make your own pepper spray. Yeah.
But this is BOC crossed with Primo Cream here. That's a cool looking pepper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really cool looking.
You can make your own pepper spray. They're just good. They're good. They will deter a lot of animals away, especially the super hots. No animal wants to go near that unless you're a chicken. Then you'll eat it because you don't have taste buds. But
have capsaicin receptors.
Yeah, have capsaicin receptors. I do the smoked Hungarian paprika. Worth the time. Ooh, you smoke everything. That sounds good. Who was it that said they smoked?
I'll be getting my smoker when weather breaks.
Yeah.
I have a theme with a lot of the peppers I'm growing this year. We grew some sweets that are different colors and stuff in that Gator Jigsaw. It's a green pepper, but I'm growing a lot of white peppers. I'm going to try to make a white salsa this year because I'm growing a white tomato as well. But these are the white ghostly jalapenos.
Ghostly. Ooh.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
I grew red ones last year. And then these are all Jimmy Pickles seeds here that I'm growing for the super hots. This is white habanero. And white Maruga, which is going to be really good. I can't wait to try that. That's going to be smoking hot. And that's all the peppers we have so far.
Yeah, the extremely hots. There's a Spanish pepper I really like, but every year I only get like one pepper per plant when I grow it. So I haven't been growing that recently. They are zippy, says Happy Mac. Alrighty.
Can you grab some random stuff out of here and show it?
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to grow a really good bean to eat raw or can, the Blahilde bean here. We grew a lot of these last year. unlike a lot of peas and things like and beans like that, when you eat them young, they're sweeter, and as they get bigger, they lose some of the sweetness. These were the opposite. The bigger it got, the sweeter it was.
Yeah.
And when you can these, anyone that's ever canned a purple bean, all the purple comes out of it, and it just looks like a green bean. It just turns green when you process it, so they don't look weird. Some people wouldn't like them if they were purple. Oh, I don't want that. Well, this goes to green, and you get those extra nutrients from the purple in it. It's really good. So these are one of my favorites right here.
Hey, Jane Doe, thanks for coming in. By the way, those Behildies were awesome and prolific in the garden this year. I bought a bean Frencher. I did a whole
Frencher.
I love French style beans, and I bought a bean Frencher, and we cut the ends off of all the beans and ran them through that Frencher and canned a bunch of green beans. I still have a ton. By the way, that was a big hit, and I'm so happy that I did that this year, because anybody and everybody that I went to, like a party, or my son had a Thanksgiving party at his school, stuff like that, I volunteered each time to do the green bean casserole. So then I just used the beans that I already had, and it worked out every time. So I had a ton of green beans for every special occasion over this course of time. So it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of onions I'm going to go for this year, Al, if I have a chance to, really, because we have such a hard time growing them that I don't know. I'm going to try to, but we'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to do some bunching onions for quort. So
yeah, I'm hoping I get some. I've never had the purple. I'd love to eat bunching onions raw. They're my favorite. Put a little salt on them. Delicious. And I saw the bearded red ones before, and I'm like, man, I've never tasted them. I've attempted to grow them before, and nothing has ever happened. So I'm hoping that this year I can actually taste what a red bunching onion will taste like. That's one thing I really like about going through the Baker Creek catalog, or any catalog. By the way, Mary's Heirloom Seeds and Emma Gardner have a beautiful online catalog that you can just go through. I would love to know what the stuff tastes like. That's all. And one of the main reasons why I buy a seed is like, I wonder what that would taste like. And so we end up getting all these weird varieties, including the purple, the Behildies.
Yeah, the Behildy is definitely, that's one of my favorites. I like that, and it worked great for canning. And another that we grew was the rattlesnake pole bean. These were very prolific. These produced first, and they didn't stop until the frost killed them.
Yeah.
But they produced a lot faster than the Behildies. But once the Behildies caught up, they were right up there with them. But these things produced fast, and the 6-8 inch beans that were really good.
Hey, Gamma. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Jane Doe, for doing all that you do. Appreciate you. These are not bush beans. These grow on trellises. I did grow like a bush bean last year, but we had so many beans with the ones that grew up all summer long that once we got beans on the bush beans, we ripped them out and planted carrots.
Yeah, we harvested the beans that were on there and then cut them down and put carrots in because we had beans coming out our ears.
We had so many beans, it was ridiculous. But I am glad I canned all those because they're delicious. And everybody says it was so funny because was it Christmas? It was Christmas. I took green bean casserole down to his dad's, and my sister-in-law, she couldn't come because she was sick. So her husband brought her a plate, and she tasted the green bean casserole, and she texted me right away. She's like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And I've had people tell me that the beans that were in that were so delicious, and they normally don't eat green beans.
I don't eat green beans.
But they're like, those beans were actually really good. And I think it's because you get the ones in the can from the store or whatever, and they don't taste like anything.
Yeah, I don't eat. If I go somewhere and someone made green beans, if my grandma made them, I'm having a spoonful, okay? But since then, I avoid green beans. I just don't like the texture or anything. Our homemade green beans, I'll eat them every time.
They're delicious. Hey, Darth X, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
We have a new variety of bean.
Yeah, I'm excited about growing this.
This is the red swan bush bean. Those look really interesting. Look really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Those are neat.
Where did we even get these?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. We have so many. It was ridiculous.
I can't remember where everything came from.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe.
Could have been.
Joe gives away a lot of seeds.
Yeah. But those, I can't wait to grow those. But I'm really excited about the other two varieties because I even took some to the farmer's market. What I did is I cleaned them up and I put them in a freezer bag and I poked holes in the freezer bag so they wouldn't get all moist and nasty in there. And we sold them at 2 pounds.
Yeah, 2 pound bags.
2 pound bags.
We sold out of them.
We sold out, yeah.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. That's the thing everyone swarmed to. They bought the beans.
Yeah, they were like, oh, those are purple. They were kind of intrigued by the purple ones. And so we sold out of those, which is really cool. Hey, Lisa, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you for coming in.
And this next one is a first for us.
Okay, I'm excited about this because we've been on this kind of health kick and we are going to grow a ton of these.
Garbanzo beans.
Garbanzo beans. Yes. And I'm hoping I get a lot of them. I'm hoping they kind of grow like peas to where this will be our first year growing them. So I'm hoping they kind of grow like peas so we get a lot. I know the one year I had it in my head that I was going to grow a ton of kidney beans. And literally I got like 12 pods. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I was like, I can for $9, I can buy like 20 pounds of those. So
yeah, so that was a no-go, but with these garbanzo beans, I'm excited because we've been eating a lot of them in different recipes and stuff, and I'm hoping that we get a lot so we can can them or even freeze them and put them in different recipes for extra protein. So
yep, and here is something we've never grown before as well, and this might end up
Billy, they're for you can make hummus. They're also called chickpeas. Yeah.
Yeah. We are going to grow this for the first time, and it might end up in the food forest because it supposedly will come back. Or arugula. Or arugula.
Say that 2 times fast. Hey, Dee's Garden. Thanks for coming in. Garbanzo beans are really high in protein. I've been doing a lot of research on them. And I like hummus too, but we've been also I found this recipe where you roast them and they taste delicious. It's absolutely delicious. So
yeah, they're really good, especially if you get them to where they're crispy on the outside. You could close your eyes and you wouldn't know what you're eating. It's really good.
Yeah, and they're called garbanzo beans. I used to call them chickpeas, but now that this thing says garbanzo beans, I've been saying garbanzo beans. Now I sound weird by saying that. Garbanzo beans.
Yeah, Rick, it's just kind of being silly because how people say arugula.
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 That is the correct pronunciation, by the way. So tell all your friends.
Arugula.
Arugula.
And this is
Uncle Al said it was a good choice for the food forest.
Yeah. Roasting without burning. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, I put a little olive oil on a baking sheet and I put them on there. Little salt, little pepper, and I use a lot of garlic anyway. So I put some garlic powder over it. And then you roast it for about 25 minutes. And it's freaking delicious, man. You should totally do it. It's the girl that did the recipe originally was like, oh, I put these on. They taste like croutons. And I was like, huh. I'm like, how do you get a garbanzo bean to taste? But they're hard. So they do. They kind of give you that crouton taste. So.
Yeah. This is a returning favorite of ours. The Rocky Top salad blend.
If you guys have not had this blend, you need to get it. It is the best salad blend out there. Yeah. I love it.
That's a good one.
You definitely need to get that in your garden. It's leaf lettuce. It's not heads. And you can cut it and it'll last as long as the weather's cool. It'll last, clear up until it's hot. So it's really, really good lettuce.
And I'm going to grow these carrots again. I'm not going to try to pronounce that and butcher that.
Okay, we did White Family Farm every year does a carrot competition. And I had Sheepy's allotment from the UK in it. He, of course, grew the biggest one because that's what he does.
Those UK guys.
Those UK guys just really know what's up. But we did one. How big was ours, honey?
I think it was 37 inches, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I grew a 37-inch carrot with these kind of seeds here.
We had so much fun doing it. And it was funny because he was digging it out of the bed. And he kept digging.
I had to dig.
Kept digging. And kept digging.
If I could have gotten it without breaking the taproot, because in the competitions they measure the taproot as well, because this carrot grew all the way to the bottom of the bed. So I'm going to top it all the way off with soil this year, so I can get maybe another 6 inches of growth. But I was really happy with that. But this year we're taking these things to the county fair. I'm going to grow a bunch of them, and people are going to walk by and wonder who grew that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get several of them that big. We'll see. But yeah, I have a video of him on our page, and he's just digging and digging and digging and digging. And I was like, are you ever gonna get to the bottom of this carrot? I'm like, I was curious. It was nuts. Hey Gil, thanks for lurking. Appreciate you. Oh, here's a picture of him.
Well, yeah.
You can see us, but there is how big it was. Can you guys see that? Yeah.
I was so proud of that carrot.
He was. I made him pose with it and everything. He did goofy pictures.
I did like a He-Man pose, like I was holding it up like the sword, you know.
It was funny. It was really funny. Yeah, I'm telling you, Wickshire, we can grow some stuff. There's just some stuff I really suck at growing too.
I did some. I tried one in the water pipe, but it didn't do as well. I wish it would have been the one in the water pipe, because I had split the water pipe, zip tied it back together, and did all that so that I could just pop it open and get the carrot out easily. It didn't. That one didn't do as good for some reason.
CR said it needed more curve.
Yeah. And I'm also going to grow some of these guys.
No, we've grown really big ones of these. The Oxheart carrot. These are funny because they just remind me of, I don't know, like the caveman days or something.
Yeah, it's like a prehistoric vegetable.
It's a prehistoric vegetable.
If you grow them right, yeah, you can get them. Like I've grown like softball size ones that were about that big around, like great big ones. But I want to try to take some of those to the fair this year too, so that'll be fun. And
we never grow these carrots before,
but
we got them for free through Baker Creek, so
yeah, we're gonna try these ones out.
Yeah,
coral.
They must be really sweet if they're juicing them like that. But
it's just a nice looking carrot. We grow a lot of carrots, so I'm excited to try that.
I love carrots in the summertime. That's like all I eat usually is cucumbers and carrots with ranch dressing. That is like to die for. I like peppers, but I can't eat peppers every day because I have to wait for them to grow. So usually cucumbers, like once they start growing, like you miss one and before you know it, they're huge again. And you're like, oh, and then you have to pick them again.
And last, we're going to try this one again. We've grown it before and they didn't do very well, but I've kind of, from learning from the UK guys, from learning from Sheepy's allotment, learning from Terry King, allotment gardening on a budget, from watching those guys and learning, I'm going to give it a go again. And I'm going to try to grow these bad boys.
Yeah.
The purple dragon.
And we've done these before.
Yeah, they just were small.
They were just small. Yeah.
Glenn, are you growing carrots in your tunnel? Just out of curiosity.
I did, but YouTube is acting up on the last few days. Okay. I love carrots too with my steak. Pick as required. Yeah, I love them. I have a ton out in the garden right now.
We've got probably 10 pounds of carrots in the garden still in the dirt. So we'll be getting those out whenever we need them. And then we have this. This is a returning favorite.
I like this because it just reminds me of the romaine lettuce that you get in the store, but without dying.
Yeah.
because I grew it myself.
And the color and stuff is got a good flavor. And
Yeah. So I like that one. It's really good. I grow that alongside my Rocky Top, and I have good lettuce for about a month or so before it gets too hot.
And last year we did pretty good with the lettuce for a while with the shade cloth. I made like took some burlap and made like a hoop over top of the lettuce, and it lasted a long while before it started getting soft. And then we have the Paris Island.
And Paris Island's always awesome too. I have a ton of that as well. Yeah, and I don't really know why that is. I think a lot of times they put carbon monoxide in the bags to keep them fresher longer, stuff like that.
I've tried to do some research on that, Rick, because I've been to the farmers market, and these people have carrots that are still firm, and I've tried to ask some people that I've seen, and of course they didn't know. They were just working the booth. They didn't know. But I'm almost wondering if you like ice bath them, like get them really cold or something at first. I don't know, but I'm going to try to figure it out so that we can preserve carrots to sell because we grow so many of them.
I would love to sell carrots, but I can't get them to the farmer's market without them being floppy. Court, save your old wine.
There's no wine left when she's done.
And knock out. I was going to say, what are you talking about? Save my old wine. There is no old wine. I drink it all.
That's another Paris Island.
That was a joke. There is no leftover wine, he said.
No. And then I'm going to try the same method I'm doing with the carrots. And I'll do a video on that, how I do it. With some radishes. This is a Easter basket mix of radishes. Nitrogen gas. I feel like laughing gas.
Where do you get that? At Summit Racing?
Yeah. We can race the car home.
Leftover wine too, Courtney, is like leftover bacon. Exactly. Like
there's no leftover bacon.
What? Okay. Yes. This reminds me of like your everyday radish in the grocery store. And that's what I was kind of looking for as the early Scarlet Globe. And it's delicious. And I love that with ranch dressing, guys. None of mine ever get cooked. Nothing of I eat it raw.
I like radishes roasted. If you a little olive oil, salt and pepper, roast them in the oven. If you don't really like the taste of radishes, do this and then try them because it doesn't taste like a radish anymore. I like radishes either way, but I like them roasted as well. It really changes the flavor. It's almost like a potato or something.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, they grow really quick. Some varieties are like 27 days.
Well,
so
there's a few I think we had that are 20
days or something like that. So
here is the Gateway cucumber.
That's the cucumber I'm growing this year, but I'm also going to grow some heirloom varieties next to it as well, so we get a wide variety of different ones.
Yeah, here's we have like with our pests, some certain things we grow heirloom, and then certain things we will grow some hybrids because of disease resistance and things like that. Like we used to grow nothing but heirlooms, and then there was a few times that we didn't get very much canned because our paste tomatoes just died. They got nailed.
They want to know what was all in the assorted radishes.
Oh, there's a bunch in there.
They had icicle, French breakfast. I don't really even know if they mention them all.
It doesn't say. It just says 15 different varieties. It just says 15 varieties. But yeah, I know there's icicle and there's those globe ones in there. A couple other long ones. There's some yellow, like some like golden color ones. And we're going to try growing this year just because they're cool looking.
Yeah, I've never seen this cucumber before ever. And I was just like, what is that? I don't know if I can get past the outside of it.
When you peel the skin off, you'll be fine.
But yeah, kind of exciting, like to see what that's going to taste like. Yeah, definitely get the Easter what is it called? Easter basket radishes.
Yeah. Easter basket mix.
Yeah, get that. Try it out. They have. I've had
Yeah.
the icicle radishes before and everything like that.
Billy, it's a cucumber. It's supposed to be like an ancient variety or something. Like there's the dude from Baker Creek's got a video where he's holding one, being him normal self, being silly.
Bye, Howie.
Yeah, it does look like a dinosaur egg or something. These I'm going to grow because I want to try them.
We're so curious about them. We have been for years.
Yeah, I've never grown them. I'm going to grow them because I want to try them. And I will probably try pickling these things.
The Mexican sour gherkin. We're going to attempt to try those this year and see what they taste like.
Yeah. My thing is, it's like, if we keep them in the fridge or whatever, I could find a way to keep them long enough. A lot of times we will blanch and freeze carrots.
Has anybody ever had the Mexican sour gherkin? I'm curious of what they taste like. Are they sour?
Yeah.
Or what are they?
Anyone tried those?
Hey,
I'm
Riverdale.
curious too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see a lot of people just pop them in their mouth and snack on them, but I'm curious what the flavor's like. If it's like a cucumber, if it has more of a sour flavor.
Okay, so when I was talking to M.I. Gardner, he told us, is that one? No, it's this one. He told me that this one would be, I would more than likely love this tomato. You guys know I don't like tomatoes. And so I am going to grow these champagne bubbles tomato this year just because Luke said I would like it. So I'll probably do a video about that, tasting one of these champagne bubbles. He said touch of lemon and a little bitter.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh.
Okay. They sound good then. Sounds good to me. And this one I want to grow, and I want her to try them too, because I know Chris from Cosmic Cultivators doesn't like tomatoes just like her, and he likes these. So we're actually going to grow some currant tomatoes.
Yeah. Orange currant. We're going to see how that's going to work out.
And Court just wants to grow these because they're pretty.
I think they're pretty. These are the Sweetheart cherry tomatoes, and I thought they looked so pretty. In fact, these would be really pretty sun-dried. Kind of a crunchy, cute, Courtney. Okay. Well, if they're crunchy, I'm all about it. So that's cool.
And then with a lot, okay. And here's I've got a few seeds left in here, and I've grown these before, and if you've never grown a white tomato, start you a couple seeds, grow you a plant just to try it because it's interesting. It has like a creamy flavor to it. Like it's really good actually. And I want to try to make some white salsa using my white peppers, my yellow peppers, and see how that goes. Because I like the flavor of the tomato itself, just eating it raw. So I want to, try making something with it. I tried growing these last year and didn't get a chance to try them, but I want to try doing Get Stuffed again because I like cottage cheese and that looks like a good receptacle.
I bought some gooseberries this morning at the store. They are good. I think I'm going to try growing them this year. Yeah, totally. They're really good. They also call ground cherries gooseberries,
but that's not the same.
But
gooseberry is different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but I love ground cherries.
Gooseberry, if it's the one, some of them kind of look like grapes, like they have like stripes on them and stuff. They're kind of different looking. But this will be a first year grow. The
Paul
Robeson tomato. And I'm curious to try this one because it looks similar to a Cherokee purple. Maybe a little bit more red in the skin, but Cherokees are one of my favorites, and I'm not growing them this year. I'm going to try growing something else. I'm going to rotate them through.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it. I'm not going to grow Kellogg's breakfast again either. Another one of my favorite varieties. I'm not going to do it.
I can't believe you're not going to grow Kellogg's breakfast.
I've got a safe space in the garden to try new varieties. I'm
crazy.
Branching out. Okay.
Juju B said Paul Robeson is her #1 favorite.
Oh, cool. Hopefully they are good and a good replacement for my Cherokees.
Hey, Mike's Chaotic Gardening.
These are
See,
the-
I pronounced it right.
And these are these the ones, the rare ones?
Yes, these are the
Okay.
ones that Luke said he got from a box. They were like 80 years old.
And there's only 5 seeds in the packet. The giant crimson.
So we're gonna try these. Literally, there's only 5 seeds in that packet. So it's like, yeah.
And I'm going to try, because I have the mosquito netting and stuff, to isolate one of these plants and pollinate it myself and recover it, and then save seeds from that, and then we'll have hundreds of seeds to share with you. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Jujube, that's my husband's favorite, is Cherokee Purple, but the last few years they have had a core in them.
Well, something's going on with the seeds, because my dad said the same, that every year I've grown Cherokee Purples, one of the best things about them, you slice them, they don't have that hard core in the center. It's just like the segments inside are random, so you don't get that center core, right? The seeds I got say Cherokee Purple. I think they were cross-pollinated with something, because they have a core down the center of the suckers. That's not right. That is not right.
Yeah. Through it, it's kind of mealy. Wife loved it.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It's so it got crossed a little bit with something. It still looked like a Cherokee, but the inside was not right when you looked at it. This is something Court wants to grow.
I want to grow these so bad.
I got to figure out where I'm going to do it, but we're going to grow some red strawberry popcorn.
Yeah, Rick, that's what we're thinking. My Cherokee Purple seeds are old. Yeah. Huh. That's probably that. Just we've gotten the seeds over the past couple years.
Yeah, so I've grown so many of them.
We don't save. Hey, Shawnee Shaft. Yes, popcorn. Yeah, we don't save our seeds like we should, because we grow so many varieties of different types of tomatoes that it's kind of impossible. But the past couple years we just bought Cherokee Purple, and it hasn't been the same.
Yeah,
there's something going
on. Billy had mentioned, you said something on Facebook about saving seeds from the blue suede shoes. I did, but I'm not confident that they're going to be good. But I have a test germination going on right now. I'm going to check toward the end of the week and see if any of them germinated. Also, we have a test germination going on with our Boston Marrow seeds that we saved out of our big Marrows that we grew. And this here is anybody that is open to growing the hybrids and things like that. This is a very good disease-resistant paste tomato. This is the one this is our go-to now.
Yep.
For production, that it'll grow. If this thing goes on and on and on, even if it gets a little bit of blight on it, it don't stop it. It just goes and goes and goes.
Hey, trust in God.
There will be tomatoes on here until they are frozen.
Yeah.
So this is our.
Well, this is my thing. Like, okay, so we grew. I'm not against heirlooms. I think they're cool. I love everything about them. However, and we grow a lot of them. However, in the past, I wasn't getting the yields that I wanted to. I wasn't getting enough to actually can what I wanted to can. So I went to hybrid, and when I went to this particular hybrid, this was by accident because I couldn't get the San Marzano because it was completely sold out. So I got the Grandero, and we were pulling 60 pounds of tomatoes every 3 or 4 days. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really good.
And so we did that, and I processed so much tomato juice and sauce. It was ridiculous. So I had so much that it was really good. So I have enough on my shelf to last me years.
Yeah, that's that's why we have more space to grow other stuff this next year, because we're probably only going to grow 1 row of paste tomatoes, because we've got tomato sauce and juice coming out our ears. We have to use some of it to rotate through so that our entire storage area isn't full of tomato sauce and tomato juice.
Right.
And we didn't even can any juice the past 2 years, and we still have. I could probably fill a 55-gallon drum, I think. It's a lot.
But yeah, so if you guys are interested, It's expensive, okay, but it's worth it with the yields that you get. So Johnny Seeds, that was the Grandiro, and really it was probably the best paste tomato that I have ever really grown. And I've grown Amish paste and all of that.
Yeah, the Amish paste did good for us for a few years, but then it's got like, I don't know what it is. Something moved in and I couldn't figure out what it was. We tried treating it and it just kept killing the plants early. So that's when
they wouldn't make it to the end of the summer.
Yeah,
never.
They would be completely crispy dead. So we went ahead and switched over to the hybrids. That's why we did that. But I got plenty of, if something were to happen, hits the fan, we got plenty of heirloom seeds that we can go back to. We have this is going to be our tomato for farmer's market and for me to snack on. This is the Big Beef Plus. That's a big, like your normal big red beef tomato.
Yeah. And we're doing hybrids for the farmer's market for obvious reasons. Because one, when you sell heirlooms at the farmer's market, nobody wants to buy them because they all have, stuff that doesn't look so hot.
Yeah, if you got a little crack on the top or something, they don't want that. We couldn't give them away.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted heirloom tomatoes at the farmer's market.
So we are going to go with the hybrids. We're going to get a ton of them. I'm going to do a succession. So hopefully we're going to get a ton of them. And hopefully at that point we can sell a ton of them at the farmer's market or just in general. I have neighbors and stuff that love to buy from us. So
yeah, I got nothing wrong. I have no issues with any tomato I grow. I'll eat it because I know it's good. But just people just won't buy them. We could not give them away.
Yeah, the heirlooms, I don't know. People are like, ew, because they're so used to
I tried telling
a red tomato, like a store. I even did the Grand Marshalls last year. And did those sell more? I can't remember.
Some of them. We ended up canning most of them because they didn't get that big. They were like a slicer sized tomato.
Yeah.
People want big beefsteak tomato when they buy them. We also got these just for a splash of color because I want to try them and because I think they might sell a little bit. The Lemon Boy Plus. That's a yellow, low acid tomato. Those.
I only got 30 of those because I know people aren't going to want the yellow as much.
Yeah.
But, excuse me, I just wanted to have a variety of different ones that people can choose from. So I chose that yellow Lemon Boy and the Big Boy.
And then we have a, this is a navel. It's called Navel. It's a carrot, navel carrot. That's a hybrid carrot.
And I've done hybrid carrots before in the past, and I get tons of them. And to me, that's worth it.
And we're also growing heirloom.
We're growing heirloom too.
And we have these.
These I have in the garden right now.
Bolero. These are Bolero. They're the pelletized seeds. They have like the clay.
And I'm an airhead. I had a heck of a time with those in the beginning.
She has zero patience for carrot germination. She puts them in there, and 3 days later, she's like, "They're not going to germinate. We're not going to get any carrots." And she starts planting more seeds and more seeds. And next thing you know, you have carrot upon carrot upon carrot.
This is my thought of it, though. Okay, I planted those, and within a couple weeks, there was nothing. Okay, so I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, do I wait a couple more weeks? If I do, then that's like a month, and I'm behind a month on carrots. What do I do?
Yeah. She has no patience. Zero patience.
So, you know what I said? I said I took every single, that year that I planted those, I took every single carrot I had in my box.
She took them all. Loaded thousands of carrots.
Loaded the bed.
Thousands.
Loaded it.
Yeah. We got a lot of carrots that year.
But I wasn't about to just wait around and like, oh, are these going to show up today? Because I can't do that. I can't wait around for carrots. It's either you're going to pop up or you're not.
Yeah. They got to germinate in 3 days or she's like having a meltdown.
Not 3 days.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Rick?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, 3 days later, she's out there looking. I don't see any carrots germinating. She's like having a meltdown. She's just so nervous about her carrots because we love to grow carrots. But Yeah, we still have we grow carrots in the fall and in the spring, so we get two crops. We have the ones we planted in the spring are still out there on the ground, and then we have the fall ones that are in the ground as well.
Yeah.
And then this year we tried doing it last year, but this year we're really going to put forth some effort, and we are going to try to grow some. Oh yeah, some of the super hots. You might give up and think you're getting ready to throw it out, and it's been like 2 months, and then bing, the thing germinates, comes up out of the soil. It's crazy. Plant them too deep. Yeah, we just put them on the surface basically.
Yeah.
But we're gonna grow watermelons this year. We are going to grow. I'm going to eat a watermelon out of my garden this year. I don't know how.
I don't know how we're gonna do
But
it,
we're gonna
y'all,
do
but
it.
we're gonna do it. And
We're-
you're gonna watch the water instead of the watermelon crawl, it's gonna be the watermelon struggle.
I am going to. These things are going to be. I'm going to put so much surround on these things.
Yeah.
They're going to be like a white melon. Okay, the bugs are not going to want anywhere near these
No,
things.
I'm gonna
Last
put
year I had
garlic
one.
on it.
I had a nice sized melon there. I thought, oh, it's getting close. It's getting.
Oh, we
close.
waited forever for this thing.
It's getting close. And then I flipped it over and it was rotten on the bottom.
Pissed us off so bad.
Yeah,
we
bugs
were like,
got up in the bottom of it.
oh,
I was not happy.
makes him mad.
And then we got another type, the Dixie Queen watermelon. That looks like a good one there. Looks like it has small seeds. Doesn't look like very many seeds in this one. I don't mind watermelon seeds. Spit them out. No big deal.
Our ducks don't come into the garden, so thank God we don't have that issue.
Yeah, I mean,
My goal is to grow melons. Yes.
yeah, I want them all.
I want them all too. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
What is the poundage on the Dixie Queen?
Oh, how big they get?
Wickshire wants to know.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think seedless anything is kind of evil too. And I hate
Oh.
when my mom gets the English cucumber because there's hardly any seeds in it.
Sounds very fancy.
Yes.
It says up they can grow up to 100 pounds, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see that unless we literally every week fertilize. I don't really see that happening. Like maybe.
And these 15 to 20 pounds. So that's a little bit more realistic, I think. Yeah, I've never had any issues with the farmer. I went down to Georgia and stayed with my grandfather over the one summer, and I've never had so many different types of watermelon down there in Georgia. You got orange ones, you got yellow ones, you got one that's white, yeah, and then your typical regular red watermelon. I ate so much watermelon that summer. Yeah. And
okay, so my theme this year for tomatoes, okay, we're black. I love black anything. I love black flowers. So I wanted black tomatoes. So I started with these. Isn't that combo so beautiful?
Yeah, and it looks good, and the inside doesn't look like there's any core, so that'll be a good slicer for a sandwich or whatever. So I'm curious. I'm excited to try this one.
So these are all like our heirlooms and stuff. The ones that are not hybrid, obviously. So, and then I got Black Beauty. Hey, Jegs, or is it? Yeah, J3GS Spawn. Thank you for coming in. Oh, I love watermelon. Love it.
Okay, okay, and then we have from Mary's Heirloom Seeds, we have the Hale's Best Jumbo Melon. We're gonna try to grow that one. Like we're gonna try to grow a bunch of different types of melon, and we're gonna just let it fly and see what happens. And we're going to grow. I need to get these started early with the peppers. Yes. These. We've had great success.
By the way, this is the best. If you want to grow celery, this is the best celery to grow. The Chinese white celery is awesome. I've literally had stalks that were I can't even do it on the screen. That were so big. I can't do it. They were huge.
They were huge.
They were so big. I asked my mom one day, I'm like, hey mom, do you want any celery? And she's like, yeah, I'll take some. So I bring her over this ginormous stalk and she looks at me like, Courtney, there's no way I can use all this. Like, but we had so much celery, it was ridiculous. And that's the best. I tried the pink celery. I tried that. That pink celery is just so
real
fragile.
Yeah, it died really easy.
So
this other stuff, man, I don't know if we could kill it once we get it going. Like,
yeah,
it
loves our soil, and it has like my first time growing it, it grew huge, and I was trying to pull it out of my beds. And it had a taproot on it like this big. And I was like, how the heck am I sweated my butt off trying to get that out of the garden because I needed to grow something else there. And it was ridiculous.
I ended up like taking my hori knife and like chopping the root. Like I couldn't.
We took all of it. We and most of it, and we dehydrated it and put it in jars.
I've got like a gallon of
now we have like a gallon of dehydrated celeries.
Yep. And these are the onions that I need.
Thanks for coming in, guys. I really appreciate it.
The purple or the red beard bunching onion.
That's the one I'm so excited about eating. I can't wait.
And we're going to try 1 or 2 plants of the eggplant here. However you say that.
Listada de Gandia.
Yeah. Whatever she said. That we're going to try growing these. I think we have grown. This one ain't open. But we've grown
something similar, but I think we did it because we swapped with the neighbor.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But
I don't know why, but I'm just obsessed with black vegetables. Last year we grew black eggplants.
Those were cool.
But they were really weird looking. I just really love black vegetables. I think they're cool. So.
And some Mary's Heirloom Seeds, Lady Slipper radishes. We grow quite a few radishes too. But because they grow so fast, you can rotate through those. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, this is Quartz, something she wanted to grow.
Yes, it's a Cinderella pumpkin, but don't ask me. Rogue de Estampes.
Yeah, whatever she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a cool looking, like a flat pumpkin. She wanted to grow those.
Yes, I did the black nebula, and there was another one that was black. I can't remember right now, but I did the black nebula, and I cut them up. My hands were stained purple for like a week.
Oh yeah, those carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they legit stained your hands, like you could not get it off. And then we have our Boston Marrow. We're going to try growing that again.
Yay.
Those are awesome. They did really well.
That's it, Shawnee. That's my goal, because usually every year we go to the pumpkin patch. My husband spends like $80 on pumpkins because I want to decorate the house. So my goal is to
not have to spend
grow those and not spend $80 on pumpkins. So
we didn't last year.
No, everything I decorated last year was from our garden. I was excited.
Well, except for we got a few from the patch, but we got those because of a field trip with the kid from school.
Yeah,
they got pumpkin. But I wanted to grow these just because I don't have to spend $80 on pumpkins, and then she'll have these, and she can use them every year to decorate.
Yeah, I love that. That's so cool. Those are so cool.
Well, and I'm going to grow these. I'm going to get some of these going and put those in the food forest. It's Howie from Food Forest Permaculture. He grows certain types of gourds and melons and things like that in the food forest and lets them grow up to trees and hang down. Well, I'm going to do my birdhouse gourds in the food forest and see how they do over there. So that'll be neat to see.
Yep.
That's everything, dear. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Last but not least.
Now we're getting this because of Cosmic Cultivators. They're our dear friends, and they grow this and they say it's the best. So, yeah. So we're gonna
North
grow.
Georgia Candy Roaster.
We're gonna try the candy roaster squash, and it better taste like candy, y'all.
It should be good. We had already purchased these. We have another packet of seeds that were given to us by Food by Faith, right?
Yep.
Food by Faith sent us some seeds of these North Georgia Candy Roasters. Yeah, thank you very much. If you see this, we appreciate it. We'd already ordered these, and they were on their way when we got the mail. But you can never have too many seeds, right, guys? It's like we finally organized ours so they're in a manageable.
It was
area.
crazy, guys. We had so many, and okay. So I used to watch Jess from. Well, I still do occasionally, but it's been a while. Roots and Refuge, Jess from Roots and Refuge. She was talking about one time about how she had seeds in her pockets. She had seeds in this drawer. She had seeds in that drawer. She had seeds in this drawer. And I was like, how can you be that disorganized? Like, I didn't understand it until I had so many seeds. And I was like, oh, well, I have some in this box. Well, this must have been the box that we used last year to organize our, seeds for last year. Like, now I completely get it. Like, it's crazy. We have seeds everywhere.
We do have two more that I found that I forgot. These are seeds I saved out of a store-bought pepper. They were real long. They look like a lunchbox pepper, but they were long and really sweet. So I went ahead and just saved a few seeds, and we're going to see what happens.
Yep.
What's the worst that could happen? We grow a weird pepper.
Yeah.
And I forgot about this. I found these right here.
We got them, dude. The blue suede shoes.
It's not a cherry size. It's like a plum size, about yay big. Best tasting, like snacking tomato I've ever had right here. These seeds are hard to find. There's a few places that have them, but most of them are not in this country, and the shipping and stuff is really expensive. So this is my goal, is to isolate some of these and keep these seeds going, because I'm telling you, this is a tomato that is delicious. Blue suede shoes.
Yep. And I did a little research and figured out that this particular tomato comes from the Ukraine. So
yeah, that's where these seeds.
That's where those seeds came
from the Ukraine. So that's probably kind of
so
hard
that's
to get
why
right
we
now.
couldn't find them. And then when I went to research and find them, they were in Europe, but they were already had sold out, or they were out of stock. So hey, Grammy Karen, what's up? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, so the long sweet pepper was called Sun something. I saved seeds and grew it. Okay.
Did you get them from Aldi's just by
yeah,
chance?
because we got those ones from Aldi's.
Because that's where we got it from Aldi's. They were really good peppers. They were just as sweet as a lunchbox. So I was like, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, Barb, it's been extremely cold here too. My poor little dog has been sleeping next to the fire like all day. It's crazy.
You want to go through some of your flowers?
Yeah. Okay, so now here is the part that I love the most. I mean, I do love okay. I do love growing food, but not as much as I love growing flowers. So I decided to go over everything I'm going to grow flower-wise. By the way, I am an airhead sometimes. And okay, so last year my theme was like black and pink. And so I grew a lot of pink zinnias with like a really, really dark snapdragon. And I didn't read carefully on the snapdragons. Apparently they're perennial and they're going to come back. So I have a ton of the Black Prince snapdragons that are coming back. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I can actually see them out there. They're really prevalent. The greenery part is still there. So it's really, really, really crazy right now. So many things that have been sold out. Almost feel sorry for the folks that didn't get the seeds that wanted already. Yes, that's why I tell people, if you haven't followed my channel for very long, but I always tell people on my channel that order your seeds before, or you know, if you know that that's coming, that catalog's coming out, get out there and order as soon as you can. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out because people literally will buy them out of stock. And then you won't get to try anything that you wanted. I screenshot the red beard bunching onions. Yes, I can't wait to grow those. I hope they taste good. I love just eating them right out of the garden. At least the bugs won't eat the flowers too much anyway. That's right. That's right. Okay. So the first one, I saw these and fell in love. These are the Florenza sunflower. Aren't those cool? I've never seen anything like that. And I can't wait to grow these. Every year that I grow flowers in my garden and I see butterflies, I see hummingbirds, tons of bees, it's worth it for me to watch them do their thing. And I love it. I can just sit out there all day and watch the bees and the butterflies and the hummingbirds just do their thing all day. And I love it. So I'm growing these sunflowers. One of them, a couple of them, lots of them everywhere. My wife got those for her garden. I can't wait. Yeah, I know. Aren't they really cool? I have this red spiked amaranth. This does not do it justice, but I can't wait to grow this. It looks super cool. So to grow this next to some of the darker stuff that I'm going to have planted out there, I cannot wait. I grew these last year. These are the chocolate cherry sunflowers. And when these pop up, they're absolutely gorgeous. These are the chocolate cherry. Cannot wait. I saw this, and I've never seen this mix before. This is the mixed sunflower from M.I. Gardner. By the way, if you go to M.I. Gardner right now, we are affiliated. So if you go over to his site and you type in #GrowBig at the end when you check out, you'll get 10% off your order. We have a natural amaranth here. Never makes it to flower. I use it for the goat. Cool. Is that amaranth the same as red garnet? I am not sure. It just said that it was red spike. I don't know what that means. I haven't grown. The only one I've ever grown before was the Love Lies Bleeding. It's like it vines over. I've never grown this variety before. Yes, and if you spend over at M.I. Gardner, if you spend up to $18, you get free shipping. So you spend up to, like for me, this last order, I've done 2 orders now. This last order, I only wanted to spend like $20 to $24. So what I did is I spent $24, used my 10% off code, and I got a heck of a lot of seeds for really cheap. And they're good seeds. You know that they're going to germinate. You know that they're good stuff. So at the end, use #GrowBig when you check out and you get your 10% off discount. I want to try and cook amaranth grains. Yes, I've always wanted to do that too. It never quite makes it to that point though. I've had this seed for a while. This is the Sun Gold Tall. And this is like, I call this like a fuzzy sunflower. It's really fuzzy. I thought that was really cool. I can't wait to see all these really germinate and make the garden look beautiful. I grew these before too. These are also a different variety, but they're kind of fuzzy. These are called Tall Orange Sun. Oops, and I dropped it. And these are like super fuzzy too. They're just really cool looking, and I can't wait to get those out there. Yeah, M.I. Gardner this last time, my order was a little bit slower than normal, and I chalked that up to the fact that it's really freaking cold out, and they're probably working their butts off, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll just wait patiently because I'm such a seedaholic, but that's probably what it is. And he's in Michigan, so it's even colder there, and than it is here. I'm in Northeast Ohio, so yeah. So it's probably just for the fact that the weather is horrible there. Okay, so this is another one. This is called Teddy Bear Sunflower, and it's also fuzzy, but it's kind of small. And I'll be planting those as well. I got several zinnias that I'm growing this year. I decided to do the pink ones again, and because I had so many seeds left over. But I also, okay, this is another thing. I don't know if I'm going to do the pink. I'm still like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, I bought this Queen Lime Red. My theme this year is I wanted to do everything red, but it wasn't happening. So I did buy this Queen Lime Red. And I don't really know what to do. Do I want to plant these or do I want to plant the leftover seeds that I had from last year, the pink ones? I don't know. But the pink ones last year were absolutely gorgeous. And I loved every single one of them. I did trays of these. Trays. So I had so many zinnias. I had one bed dedicated to the zinnias. And then what I did in the center is plant these little lunchbox peppers. It never one bug on my lunchbox peppers because they were so disguised in these zinnias. It was ridiculous. It was funny. Yes, I know all of them, right? But I am more of like a theme kind of girl. So like I'm tossed. Like, what do I want to do? What's my theme? I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to do the pink and the red and just grow them all. Yeah. I know. I also have these. I've had these seeds for a while. I'm going to grow these tall double straw flower. This is beautiful. If you haven't grown straw flower yet, you guys, this is beautiful. It just looks old. It looks classic, and it's probably one of the most beautiful flowers. I would say it's more beautiful than a rose. These are beautiful. My favorite. Okay, so I had a bunch of these in my head. I was going to grow a ton of these, and in the fall, I was going to have this beautiful design of like decorative kale. And so I had bought a bunch of these Japanese flowering kale, and I'm still going to do these. I have some pots down by the road and stuff, and these next to some pumpkins just would look so cool. Mums and pumpkins and Japanese flower kale. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. And so hopefully I can get that look this year. Step outside the box and go for it, says Tammy. I might. I just might. Okay, and you guys, I am not done yet. Like, I have literally a whole box of flowers. Yes, it's ornamental kale. But it, and I've seen people.
It's edible.
It is edible. You can eat it.
Just pretty.
But you don't want to eat it. It's pretty. Okay? It's pretty. Oh, what's funny is I've seen weddings done with these decorative kale and cabbages and different types of vegetables. Like, it's really, there is a market for it. And I've seen bouquets done in this kind of stuff. So I just think they're really pretty. It's really like popular right now. And so I really, really like the decorative kale. It just looks so neat.
We forgot about our peas.
Oh, yes.
We have 2 of these. They're 1 pound a piece, aren't they?
Yeah.
Something like that. But
they want to know what the name of that large carrot is again.
Oh, yeah.
Pakwe.
Hold on a second. I'll get.
We'll get it for you and put it on screen.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to say it.
Mumpaki.
There's a J in there. So.
There's a J somewhere in there. Mumpuki.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, he's getting it. This is it.
Yeah. Manpukuji.
Yeah, Mumpuki.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Pookie.
But I've seen Baker Creek growing some of these in their greenhouses inside of drainage, a corrugated drain pipe, like huge, like 12-inch diameter corrugated drain pipe, and these things got to be ridiculously big.
Yeah.
Like, huge. I've seen.
Okay, so everybody who asked me, like, I grow nasturtium in the last couple of years. Thank you, Grammy Karen. The last couple of years, I've grown this nasturtium, and it's huge, and it comes back almost every year, and it just takes over the garden. And I didn't think I had any more of it, and I had a hard time. I kept thinking it was called peach melba, but it's not. This is the nasturtium, the tall trailing mix, and this comes back every year. I always have this in the garden. It takes over, and this is the nasturtium that I grow that is really hardy. So if you're looking for a nasturtium that will come back, it's this. It's the tall trailing mix. I couldn't find it this year because it was sold out. So check in my gardener again and see if it's there, and check Baker Creek and see if it's there. But this is an old pack. So, but I haven't planted it because it comes back every year. I'm going to grow this again in some other areas. The bugs hate this stuff. So if you grow this, you are going to be very, very happy because the bugs hate this along with marigolds. So if you plant this with marigolds, your entire garden is going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous. I also have this nasturtium. It's called Tip Top Rose. And this was part of my theme the one year. And I planted this, and it went along really, really well with my flowers. Manpuki. G. Manpukiji. Thank you for the phonetic spelling, but I still can't pronounce it.
Man-poo. Gotcha.
Man-poo. Okay, so more sunflower stuff. This is called short stuff. It's really small. I'm going to grow that. I grew that last year. This is a new one for me. This is called Lemon Queen, and it's really, really bright yellow. I'll be growing that. I will start most of this indoors, and I do start my nasturtium indoors. You can do that. However, lately here, like with my sunflowers, I'll just throw them out there. However, I would not do that in my front yard because if I did, every squirrel, I'd be feeding the squirrels. So you just have to watch. However, it is sometimes good to start your sunflowers, but don't do it too early. Maybe start like 2 weeks before your last frost date and get the leaves started and then plant them. I know with us, we have a heck of a time. Like one year we planted them, and the squirrels were just eating, having a smorgasbord.
I replanted sunflowers 3 times, but I had to take chicken wire and make little cages to go over top and then pin those down so the squirrels couldn't get the seeds.
Oh, you're growing the Lemon Queen right now? Awesome. Feathered Friends Homestead, thank you for coming in. Get dollar store wire trash basket, put over the seeds. Yeah, we did chicken wire.
Yeah, I had some chicken wire, made little tiny things.
But I was so mad. Like I was walking through the yard and I would seed the sunflower, like the sunflower seeds scattered throughout the yard.
Emptied, of course.
But yeah, jerks.
Yeah, and the reason why the trash can thing is a good idea, except for I need to spend $100 on them with all the flowers that she plants.
Let's just say though, the house looks really good in the summertime. Okay.
I can't wait to see the Mexican sunflowers.
Yeah. Celosa, that you can't see a picture because they painted it on, but I got the pompous blooms for that, and I'm excited about that, and I love the way it looks in the fall. It's one of my favorites. This is Evening Sun, which I grew these last year, and Dustin was like, holy crap. He's like, these sunflowers are huge. They were not only huge, but they had 5 or 6 heads on the top of them. These Evening Sun got humongous, and the stalks on them were like this thick.
Oh yeah, they were huge. I had to use a saw to cut them to cut them down.
And then, of course, I have more chocolate cherry. And then I bought the peach melba because I thought it was the tall trailing mix. And then I'm going to put this in my food forest, but I'm going to get these started. This is the purple cone flower, echinacea. Oh, Lord. This is also one of my favorites. I grew a ton of this last year. This is called Velvet Queen. It looks like a chocolate cherry, but I think this is bigger. And yeah. Yes. This one I've never grown before. This is called Teo, or I don't know what it's called. But either way, it's beautiful and different. So I'm going to attempt to grow
Hold it
that.
down so they can see the name.
Sorry, I thought it was.
Yo.
Teo, yo.
Yo.
Yo. Teo. Say that 5 times fast. And then, of course, I got some St. John's wort. I'm going to put this in my food forest. Grow this myself. There's 500 seeds in there, and I'm going to plant a tray of this, and I'm going to grow a bunch of it over there in the food forest.
A whole tray, huh?
Yeah, I've been putting a lot of herbs over there. I have valerian root over there, mint over there. I planted ginseng. I planted golden seal. That's all in my food forest. A food forest is not just food. You can grow a bunch of herbs in there as well. So that's what I am doing. Ones that come back every year, by the way, not just basil or something. Nope.
No.
Nope. Variegated coxcomb. Isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Tell me you love it. Grow medicine. Yep, grow medicine. That's exactly what I'm doing over there. And I have valerian root comes back every year. The ginseng, I don't know about. I might have to get some more rhizomes from that. And then
it'll come back.
The golden seal is wonderful. It's a perfect environment for golden seal because they like to be underneath. They like to be in the floor of the forest. So it's perfect for that. I've never seen variegated. I haven't either. And I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah, when
variegated coxcomb.
I clean up the leaves out of the yard. I put all the leaves in the food forest. Like that's what I use on top of the soil. And things are starting to grow pretty good.
Okay, so one year I grew Mary from Aries Heirloom Seeds and I were talking about this, and I was laughing a little bit. The one year I grew the African marigolds.
The largest marigolds in the world.
They were freaking huge. 4 foot.
Like 4 or 5 foot tall marigolds.
Marigolds.
I'm like, I've never seen marigolds.
And I grew them in the center of my beds just to keep bugs and stuff away.
They were huge.
It was horrible. And not only that, marigolds are not really pleasing to the smell. They smelled like death. It was horrible. So I got different kinds. I got some Cracker Jack mix, Dwarf mix, and this Gypsy Sunshine from Baker Creek. But seriously, like I had huge African marigolds, and I didn't expect them to get that big. And it was
nobody
ridiculous.
Around us. Like people would come over and see our garden and be like, "How did you grow marigolds like that?" Because no one had ever seen them before. I'm like, what is going on? What did you plant? They're 4 or 5 foot tall marigolds.
Yeah,
and they're huge. They were just like gigantic marigolds.
Yeah, and Mary from Mary Heirloom Seeds was kind of laughing at me. Bye, How to Garden. Thanks for coming in. Get out 4 feet tall. Yeah, they were so huge. It was ridiculous. And I kept hitting them because I grew them in other beds where you first walk in.
They would like cover the rows.
And they would cover the row. So you'd always end up walking on them or hitting them.
Like karate chopping marigolds down. Like, get out of the way. It's like I can't get through the garden.
And the worst part about that is like you were trapped in your garden because the bumblebees loved them. So you couldn't walk by. There were bees everywhere and you couldn't walk by to get out of the garden. It was horrible.
You could walk by. She's afraid she's going to get stung. I just walk by them, but she's like having a meltdown every time she hears a bug buzz by her.
Yeah, I don't want to get stung. Okay, so everybody, this is, I bought another one of these because I'm an idiot. I have Black Prince snapdragons all over the garden right now, and they're perennial and they come back every year. Didn't know that when I planted them. But I have another set of seeds just in case those ones, I don't know, don't survive. I don't know, but I have another one. And these were the darkest color I've ever seen. And I thought they were so pretty. And they went with my theme last year. So I'm going to plant more of them. I love the Cracker Jack marigolds. Planted them last year. The bumblebees would fall asleep on the flowers.
Yep. Like these sunflowers, man. You'd see some of these bees. I don't know how they made it back to the hive. They'd be so covered in pollen.
Yeah. They were, wow. I also have ornamental kale that I want to plant alongside the Japanese flowering kale, and that's what this looks like. It's furry. It's hairy. But this is what I'm going to grow. It's really, really, really pretty. And I need to plant this before the frost, at the end of frost. Okay, so this is the last one.
See you, Billy.
Bye, Billy. This is the last one, and this is the Mexican sunflower, the red torch, and I'm planting these in front of the house. So
yeah, we always grow a row of sunflowers down by the road. That's where the squirrels like to steal them from. But this year we're going to do the Mexican sunflowers. Yeah. I'm excited to see how big they get, because in a pot these things were huge. Like those were 4 or 5 foot tall easily in a pot. I had to like tie them up because the pot would fall over. They were huge. So I'm excited to see them grow in the ground. They'll probably do even better in the ground.
Yep. So these will be down by the house, down by the road, and everybody will see these as they drive by. And that we normally do sunflowers there, but I decided to do these this year. So, hey, Belt Loop, thanks for coming in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know the Big Blue House Homestead in the past has gifted me stuff for the seed swaps, and I have so many. This is her bag of sunflowers that she had gifted me from a couple years ago. So I have so many sunflowers. They're literally coming out my ears. Thank you, Sarah, by the way, if you watch this. I love you. But I have so many sunflowers. It's ridiculous.
Hey, Ginger.
Oh my gosh, it's my #1 fan. Hi, Ginger Ninja. It's okay. This was a random thing. We weren't planning on going live. It just happened. And
we figured we'd help with the watch hours.
We want to help with the watch hours for Grow Big. So,
and plus, it's fun to talk about everything you're going to grow, because this time of year, like it's 6 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that. I want to think about spring and what we're going to do then. I got these here.
Oh, what are these? Oh, okay. I was talking to, I think it was Gardner Scott, somebody in Gardner Scott's channel this morning about these. I have a bunch of these from our soil and water conservation district. I took a class there and stuff like that, and you'd always get free seeds and pass out. So this is swamp milkweed. All this stuff is really helpful and beneficial for butterflies and stuff like that. So we got a bunch of that. I also have some butterfly weed as well. So I'm going to get that started and plant those for the butterflies. I don't know where I got this.
David Gray.
Oh, I got this from David Gray. Thank you, David Gray.
This is last year.
Yeah, we did a seed swap over at Wide Family Farm. I'm going to be doing that again this year. So I will put out the details if you're interested, and I'll also tell people on this channel as well. It's a lot of fun. I choose your partner on a wheel, and then you swap seeds with each other, and it's so cool. Yeah. This is the orange butterfly milkweed seeds I got from David Gray. So thank you so much. Food by Faith sent me these. She's such a sweetheart. She sent me these candy roasters. What? You have another #1 fan? I'm sorry, Grammy Karen.
We did the tomatoes earlier, Belt Loop. We're growing quite a few varieties. We have some hybrids for production and stuff. The Big Beef hybrids, the Lemon Boy hybrid. Paul Robeson, was a Black Beauty, that other one I can't pronounce, but a lot of different types of tomatoes.
I love the seed exchange that I do as well. And I think it's so much fun. And that, not only that, you get to meet other people as well in the community that love to grow. Like, David Gray doesn't have a channel. They're in the chats all the time, and they shared seeds with me that they grew from their garden. So it was just a really cool experience. And we have tons of seeds to do that swap with this year, and I can't wait to do that.
It's fun, and people really like to, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. Save seeds are fine, but it's like, it seems like the women really, it's like when they do like a gift basket somewhere, they have to, like, you get a box and it's like full of all this different stuff.
Yeah.
Like Ginger Ninja, I had her one year in the seed exchange.
Oh, we still have stuff from her. It's insane.
Yeah. That's like,
we have.
Am I ever going to try growing an
olive seeds, grape seeds, all different kinds of stuff,
like,
and it was amazing.
This olive tree. It's like,
yeah,
kind of cool. Blueberry seeds. There was all kinds of cool stuff that Ginger.
This is a seed exchange that I do over at Wide Family Farm, which is my channel. And I will just, like, I don't want to, like, advertise too much. I don't want to disrespect Joe. But I just, like, I do it over there, and it's a lot of fun. I usually will have people sign up or email me and let me know ahead of time if they want to join in. And then at that point, I will put you on the wheel, and then you can email that person and get their address, and then go from there. But yeah, it was just really cool experience. And I had Kaylin Strain one year. I mean, it's just so cool. We have such a good time doing it. So, you might get some seeds that you've never heard of.
Yeah,
before.
That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
from Ginger Ninja, there was so much. It's like, you go through it, man. She sent so much stuff. It's like, you never even thought of growing some of this stuff, and you're like, why not? Let's give it a go and see what happens. It's like, sure, I'll try to start a lemon tree. You have to do, then you have to, it's like a little project. You have to do the research on, how
hey, David Gray. Thanks for lurking. We were just talking about you. But yeah, we had such a good time in the years past and stuff. And I didn't have time to do it. Usually I do it in October when the season's over and you could save your seeds and, and all of that. So this time I'll be doing it in the spring. So just look out for it, and I will advertise for it and stuff like that.
We'll probably do it here pretty soon before, so you still have time to start seeds.
Yeah, so maybe at the end of the winter. So, but yeah, it's super cool to swap with somebody, and stuff like that, and just get different stuff that you wouldn't normally see that other people have saved from their gardens, or it's just really cool. So. Blasphemy, says Mike's Chaotic Gardening.
Yeah, I love the tomato sandwich too. That's why we always have to grow certain varieties.
I like a cucumber sandwich with onions.
Frog egg, yeah. We have a bunch of seeds too. We'll be doing some giveaways and stuff.
Oh, we have so many seeds this year. So we'll be doing giveaways and having a good time this year.
It's like, I've got a bunch of the yellow pear tomato seeds going to give away because I never need to plant them again. You know why? Because they volunteer.
They come back every year.
I get them every year in the garden because they come back every year.
Oh, I'm so glad. Ginger Ninja, I think, was it the first seed exchange or the second one that I did? I sent you some loofah seeds, and I don't know if you're still growing those ones or if you have your own, but that is really cool. I'm so glad you love growing those.
I don't know what it was. I liked the smell of the loofah plants. Like, the whole plant had a smell to it. And I liked it. I don't know what it was.
The flowers on it were beautiful.
Oh yeah, the huge, like tropical looking blooms on them.
Yeah, super cool. And yeah, so Grow Big TV has a lot of things coming up too. I don't know if you guys have signed up for it, but you guys, if you're dudes and you love to eat, we're going to have a hot dog competition. So you definitely
don't have to be a dude.
You can be a girl.
Have you seen the Black Widow? She can eat some hot dogs.
That Black Widow girl, she can eat. I don't know what all she can eat. It's insane. But yeah, so if you like to eat hot dogs, we have a hot dog competition coming up. You have to register with Joe on that. we just have a lot of cool stuff. We're going to do like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it's going to be gardening questions, and you're not going to obviously be a millionaire, but we're going to have prizes for that. And we just have a lot of cool stuff going on. Yes, I started with the ones you sent me. The hummingbirds love them too. Oh, that's really cool. Well, I'm just glad that you really liked that. That's the whole point of this, is I hope I influence people to grow, and to not only grow with themselves, but to grow in their garden and learn a lot. That's the whole point, is learning how to do this. And it's so much fun. Every year I get so excited. Like, I get so excited to do this. So 8 summer hot dogs and buns set up. You know you want to do it. Bellou might join. You're gonna eat eight. Okay, I think I said 50 hot dogs, but Joe said 8. So you have to try to eat, or attempt. If the person eats 8 hot dogs, wins. So yeah.
And you're buying your own hot dogs, so don't get the ones that plump when you cook them. Get the other ones.
Don't get the plump ones. Get the thin ones.
I wouldn't want to get the ones that we get from the butcher, because
those are huge.
That'd be a lot of hot dog. Doing the low carb. I understand. Maybe 10 without the buns. I don't know.
I asked him if you could do low carb tortillas.
You do a hot dog wrap?
Yeah, you could do a hot dog wrap. There you go.
Oh.
But yeah, so much fun, guys. And definitely not Nathan's colossal dogs. Yeah, you don't want to do Nathan's. Or I think even Hebrew International are freaking huge too. So good luck. Hopefully you'll have the day after to recover. Yeah, from hot dogs. Just pray that you don't put onions on them, thinking, oh, this is going to be so good. And the next day you're like farting like crazy. Wrap it in cheese. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for doing this. I'm going to put a thumbnail up because I haven't done that yet. But thanks for hanging out with us today. We're just trying to get some hours. We've been on for almost 2 hours now. So it's time to wrap things up and get down to reality here. But thank you so much for joining us and getting a look at what Wide Family Farm is growing this year. By the way, Grow Big TV does competitions, and so we'll be doing a lot of competitions. So I believe the Peter Pepper is one of them. We're going to be doing a sunflower. I can't think of them all right now at the top of my head. There's 5, and yeah, it's going to be a blast.
And we'll cross promote when we do our carrot competition. We'll probably do that again.
Yeah, we're going to do that over at Wide Family Farm.
Yep.
Oh, it's great hanging out with you too, Happy Mac. Thank you so much. Attack coworkers. Well, love you guys too. Thank you for hanging out and giving Grow Big TV some hours. And we will see you all tomorrow night. Tomorrow at 7. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Jane Doe.